Gamers, big announcement in the tactical gaming world. Ground Branch, the highest rated tactical shooter on the market, has agreed to a publishing deal with the company MicroProse. And that's some good stuff. Here's what that means for the future of not just this game, but tactical gaming in general. Welcome back, gamers. Thanks for stopping by. My name is Tacti. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I have a tiny little request. If you're new here, give that subscribe button some spicy action just to support the channel. Anyways, you're really here to know what this means for Ground Branch, so let's talk about it. If you haven't heard of Ground Branch before, it's a hardcore tactical shooter that attempts to take realism to the next level. And when I say realism, I do mean realism. Minimal HUD, very low time to kill, epic weapon customization, and a community that's second to none. With a 95% positive rating, Ground Branch has always been somewhat of an anomaly. They've endured several huge bugs and content drips in the past. Development has just taken a long time. It's been like 10 years since the game started development, but it's still bringing in new players and still getting stellar reviews. That's because the hardcore tactical community is the best community on the internet, and they truly respect hard work and commitment to the goal of realism. This community can endure the bugs and the slow development time for the goal of realism. They haven't dropped the game, they rarely bash the game because they know that the developers are aimed at realism. And they know that it's taking a lot of time because it's a very, very small team, but the devs are in constant communication with the players. This is where devs should take some notes. Let's talk a bit about MicroProse though, because prior to this I can't say that I've heard of them. Apparently the original company was founded back with the assistance of Sid Meier. I'm sure that name rings a bell. It released games like XCOM and Civilization and then just kind of stopped being in existence. Recently, a legend named David Ligeti, I think that's how I say that, has been trying to revive the brand, which is why this partnership is so important as well. Ground Branch is a notable title that's highly respected in the tactical gaming world, and luckily for both, this world is growing. And I'll talk about this in a minute, but this partnership is going to boost both sides. So Ground Branch gets more funding, MicroProse gets more exposure and name recognition, and hopefully both grow from there. MicroProse is also the publisher for several other military-style games, including a name that you've probably heard of, Operation Harsh Doorstop. So this pickup is right up their alley. So along with this announcement, Ground Branch released a few other goodies today, mainly these pictures. I have never seen these pictures before, don't recognize the map, but judging by the pictures, it looks like a fairly large map. Now, Ground Branch usually shines in CQB, but something about wide open spaces really gets me giddy. I know they're going to be adding a new bolt-action rifle to the game, so this could be a good map for that. I'm really excited to see how this map plays out. Now, I want to talk a bit about what this partnership means for Ground Branch and tactical shooters in general, because this seems to be a trend picking up steam in the tactical gaming world. Publishers like Team 17 have partnered with Hell Let Loose and Ready or Not, and it really is a good thing for the genre. Again, I'll talk about that in a second, but when it comes to Ground Branch, some might say that they've sold out now or they're restricting their creative freedom with this move. I doubt a whole lot of players are thinking this, but maybe some outsiders or people new to the community or something like that, so it needs to be addressed. The devs get to keep all their creative rights and determine the direction of the game. All this is going to do is add more funding and quicker development, maybe even an easier path to acquisition of assets and testing and hiring more staff. Development will speed up because currently that's what the game needs. These updates take a long time because it's such a small team, like I mentioned before, and so this funding is going to bring with it some quality assurance, some assets that are really going to help the game out. Every update is a great update for this game. It just takes forever. It might be like a year now, maybe even a little bit more since we've heard about the new movements, the new animations, and we still haven't really seen those yet. So hopefully this speeds that process up and a bunch of new game modes and a bunch of new content is added to the game. I'm just expecting a quicker development. What this really shows though is that tactical shooters are becoming more and more mainstream. More and more players are entering the fold of tactical shooters, and this is a very, very good thing. These games are more rewarding and less predatory than most of those AAA titles like Call of Duty and Battlefield, and if ever games are going to teach you a lesson about life and teamwork and communication, these games are where it's at. As more and more people enter into this realm, more games will aim at the hardcore tactical shooters, and the more options to play, the better. But what's good about these titles that we have now is that they have already entered this realm. They're like the pioneers of the trend in gaming. Much like PUBG was the pioneer in the Battle Royale scene, these games are going to start popping up and for sure will be coming to console more and more. And there's a huge opportunity there because the market is empty. I guarantee you that over half the people that watch YouTube gameplay about Tarkov or Squad or Ground Branch are console players longing for this experience. So this is great news for you console players really hoping to get that experience if you don't get a PC first. So anyways, great news for the team at Blackfoot Studios, great news for the publisher, great news for console players, great news all around. Now, you can see a roadmap to the development down below. I'll link that in the description, just so you know what to expect in the future of this game. But all these features that I expected to come years down the line might come even sooner, so we'll have to just keep an eye out for that. Alright, that's about it for this video. Thanks for stopping by. If you're still here, you're a true hero. Don't forget, subscribe and hit that like button for good measure. You gentlemen stay safe out there, and as always, stay tactical.